thank God for this recovery, thank God for these rooms. But it took a long time for the healing to take place and for me to see the result of what this program has done for my life. We were living, that's when we got to the upstate New York, and by this time, our middle child, our oldest child, was having a problem with her. I thought that because I was in Al-Anon and I was working this program, their program, and I was doing all the right things, that when my children got of age where they were going to need some support, that I would be there for her, And she came to me and said, I need to tell you something. And in the back of my mind was this thought, oh, she's going to tell me she's pregnant, and I'm going to be like, boy, you got to see this is, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say, oh, wonderful, Lisa. I know I'm sorry it happened this way, but I will rear the child. I'll do all these things for him. Lisa said, Mom, I'm gay. I said, no, you're not. It was shortly after that I came to OA. And my sponsor would say to me every day, Dawn, you get the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous and you read page 448. And you read it until it makes sense to you. You read it until you realize if you can't accept somebody, you need to look at your own self and your own behavior. You need to change and don't worry about your daughter. And I'd have a call that would come from California, come from New York, come from Philadelphia, come from someplace in Boise, Idaho, and they would be crying on one end and crying on my end. And I said, where are you, Lisa? And there wouldn't be any sound, and I didn't know where Lisa was. And it was just an awful time in our lives, And then one day she came. She called and she said, Mom, I need to come home. I'm suffering from the disease of alcoholism. And can I bring my friend? And I had been abstinent for a long time by then. And I said, come on home, Lisa. And she brought her friend. And I watched my daughter has 30 years of, she has 29 years of sobriety in the program of Alcoholics Anonymous. And I've seen a transformation and a change. And I saw her grow into a woman I wish I could be. She's a delight to my soul. And I, because of people like you in these rooms, were able to open my arms and say to my daughter, let's heal. And I could make the changes in me that were necessary for us to have a wonderful relationship. I want to thank you for that, I want to thank you for that. Because I was so broken and so self-centered and so full of fear and so fearful of what those church people would say or what that world would say or what she would experience out there that I was willing to hurt her before they did. That's not right. But you helped me so that I could change enough so that I could accept my daughter as my daughter is. And about 6 years ago, she called me and she said, could you come to Washington? And I said, sure. And I came to visit her. And she said, she and Nancy have been together for 20 years. And she said, I'm getting married. And I said, that's okay, because you and Nancy have been together for a long time, And she said, no, I'm marrying a man. I said, you can't marry a man. I'm the same mother of the year. And all of them carrying the banners, what you mean you're going to marry, And she married this guy, came with Stephen, and she loved him very much, and he loved her. And 6 months later, he died, but she had the experience she wanted. And I'm just grateful for this program because it helped me not to get in her way, but to just go there and love my daughter. And to love the man she chose to marry, and to be a part of their life, and I had that privilege, and if it wasn't for you and if it wasn't for these steps, which had so transformed me on the inside that I didn't have to, it no longer concerned me what you thought. It concerned me how God felt. And I felt that God wanted me to be a person of love and unconditional love.